Test. Is that better? I think that might be a little bit better there. Okay, haha, fantastic. Little types of things because I'm like, whatever. Is it like ridiculously loud? Beautiful. Okay, let me try the other one. Were you hearing you before? Okay, so that's at least. Hold on. Try now, maybe?
Okay, testing. Oh, yep, there we go.
I can see you guys going now. It's just, mistakes. It's a thing, but we're figuring it out because I'm not usually running things. But Ava's not here today. She had an appointment she had to go take care of, so we are running it without her. And hopefully, I don't destroy everybody's eardrums today. Again, take it away, Vice. We'll start over.
Well, why, thank you. My name is Vice. I will be running the For Hire game today. Like Tiff said, unfortunately, Ava is not with us, so I will be commandeering Miranda a little bit later into the game. As for the others, we'll go ahead and have everybody introduce themselves, starting off with Tiff.
I get to introduce myself for the third time, which is fantastic. Technical difficulties are what they are, but I'm Tiff. I've been Tiff. I plan to be Tiff for a while yet. I play Ayana, the Air Genasi rogue.
Fantastic. All right. And then Minerva, if you would introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Minerva, and I will be playing Ravi today, the Shadowkai cleric.
Fantastic. All right. And from what you all remember from last time, you had discovered the issue with Abigail Ludis's missing goats. They had been hiding in a basement within an old, dilapidated house within the woods. You brought them back, got that all figured out, and now you guys are raring, ready to go find the Hollowhead Iris. So as we go on, we will go ahead and start your guys' search, unless you had anything that you wanted to do before we go.
Oh, weren't we going to try one of those potions? In fact, Ravi will kind of mention that, saying, "Now, I don't know if we want to do this right away, but we do have those potions."
Oh, yeah. We're supposed to do those. Are we getting paid for that? Or are we getting, actual, or keep?
I believe we are.
Okay, we definitely need to do that then, because, little things like that. She will dig into her satchel and she will pick up. She's interested in the neon orange potion. She just kind of picks it up and kind of shakes it a little bit.
Similarly, yeah. Ravi, of course, is interested in the pure black potion.
Shock and surprise.
All right. Are you guys going to go ahead and give it a little taste?
Let's give it a little taste. She'll kind of knock off the
Ravi
bottle.
Ravi will just kind of hold the bottle above her mouth and just kind of slowly pour it in there because it's thick like honey, so.
Very nice. Ayana's is a thinner consistency, so she'll just kind of click off the top and then just kind of toss it back hey.
All right. So I'll go ahead and start off with Ravi. As you are standing there holding this bottle above your head as the thick, honey-like, pure black potion filters into your mouth, and it does taste slightly sweet, and it's quite sticky, similar to sap of a tree. But as you finish taking the potion, standing still quite near the goats, you hear the mess go from that to, what happened last night, man? I don't really know what's going on. I feel like I don't know, man. goats get hungover? And you hear another goat nearby just go, I don't know. I remember having hands? We don't have hands. We have hooves. And just
He
other
just-
minor conversation from the animals around you.
Ravi just kind of looks around and says, "For some reason, I can now hear what the animals are saying."
No, really? What are they saying?
Well, there was this goat that wondered what it was like to be hungover, for an instance.
It's not a fun thing, let me tell you. I would not recommend it, like, at all.
Just as a test of things, Ravi's just going to look back at the goats and just say, "Did you hear that? It turns out you do not want to try being hungover. I do not recommend it."
The goats all kind of like raise their head and look at you, and just like a cacophony of different goat voices. You hear, well, yeah, we didn't drink, but like, what does it feel like? Because I feel like it might be close.
Imagine being very injured and waking up with a really bad headache.
Yeah, I think that might be what this is. And then you hear another one go, your brain isn't even big enough to have a headache, so I don't know what you're talking about. And just occasional grumbles.
And I imagine geniuses must have a lot of headaches, she says as she turns away.
Yeah, so the pure black honey-like potion gives you the ability to understand and speak with animals.
Ooh.
That would have been totally useful, like, yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right?
And Ayana, you throw back this neon orange, very thin, like water potion. It tastes very sour, like freshly squeezed, like lemons, limes, and grapefruit. And then you just kind of have a moment where you feel like you understand things really well. And you get 2 portent die if you would like to go ahead and roll those now.
Yeah, I would. Hold on just a second. That's a cool one. Super cool. Okay, hold on.
Ooh,
got-
very good for the first one.
Well, that's 2. That's a 9 and a 15.
Ah, heard.
I wish it was a 24. That would be fantastic for a D20. Like, I'm not entirely sure how
I
you
was
got
like, wait
that.
a second, is there a modifier to portent dice? No, there's not.
Nice.
But even still, those are both very good rolls. All right, fantastic. All right, and with that knowledge underway, you now can have a slight sense where you might be able to see the future for an action or a roll.
Oh my gosh, I get it now. Like, I didn't know what I didn't get, but now I get it. I absolutely totally get it now. This
What
is
did you get?
it. I totally got it. It's there. I get it. I
have
get
no
it.
idea what you are talking about.
You will. You will. Just watch. It'll be fantastic.
All right, and with that, are you two starting your adventure?
Might as well.
May as well. Yeah, totally. We're gonna like head out. We have like a day to walk or whatever before we find, like, we're looking for this iris. So we gotta go find the iris. And we know it's like past where the goats were. So we gotta go like that way.
Yeah. So you guys begin your trek past all the goats. Ravi, some of the goats are going like, "Hey man, if you come back because you're looking for something, if you could bring back some more of that like really nice bread that was in the basement, that'd be sick, dude."
I'll see if I can find any randomly in the forest.
You get it. And you guys are on your way.
By the way, have any of you ever seen a hollowhead iris before? A flower that grows near here? Do you know it?
talk about it, but haven't seen it myself.
All right then, I guess we're on our own in our search. Take care then.
You two. Do your best. Or don't. And go ahead and let me know how the new map is looking. I might need to move it around a little bit.
It needs to be moved around a little bit. It's kind of down. We're kind of up, I think. Like, organizing this is so hard. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I can try to move the map. But I feel like it's gonna move as soon as you move things again, so.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. It's just a little bit behind. Maybe zooming out a little bit will help.
Zooming out will probably help a bit, yeah. But I'm not seeing that at all.
It's so interesting. On each page, I have to have it in a completely different location. Ooh,
I
no,
know.
I moved it way out.
I did some of that movement there too, so.
Ah, heard.
But if you were able to zoom in, that would probably help because hopefully we can get it or set more on yours than anybody else's.
I think I might have just gotten it. Or at least visible enough. I love the technical difficulties. All right. How does that look for you? Does it seem all right enough? I cannot hear you, Tiff.
I said I was gonna try seeing if it's shifting to the full map to see if that helps, but it was blocking rolls for a second, so.
Heard.
Alright. So it's at least there. But the rolls are still up, but they're at the top. So we're gonna have to make sure we say our rolls out loud for a bit.
Got it. Alrighty, then in that case, we will go ahead and start off with the rolls of however it is that you guys want to go about finding the iris. You remember this path that you took previously, but I will say at that time you were looking more so for the footsteps. So if you want to go based on smell or looking at the soil, trying to determine how that might go, you can do either nature check, survival, or investigation.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to go by smell here.
By smell.
Try to-
I mean, it's a flower.
See if I can smell the flower.
I guess that makes sense. It's a flower. I like how the map's just bouncing all over the place. Hey.
Yeah, sorry. Still trying to do the minor
Alright.
edits.
So you said nature, survival, or what?
Investigation.
Might as well do survival since I'm going by smell.
Let's see. So nature's okay. Investigation is theoretically my best. So we're going to try to investigate footprints and all that.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it.
I got a 19. That's not too bad.
That is not too bad at all. I'll go ahead and start off with Ravi's though, because Ravi did roll a little bit lower. You know what irises are, but you don't really know what exactly it is that you're looking for. You're sniffing around in the air. You did make the smell check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sniffing around in the air. You definitely you get a strong scent of the woods, of the different types of trees nearby, the oaks, the maples, the other kinds that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. and you get a few floral scents, but you don't know what it is exactly that you're looking for. You don't know if this flower has a distinct scent or how different it is from just a wildflower on the side of the road. As for Ayana making the investigation check, as you guys make your way through and are getting a little bit further along, you're realizing that there are a lot of places where, especially on like this end of the, oh, if I can get it to do the little tappy tap, there we go. On this end of the map, as you're getting closer, you see a lot of footsteps that are like walking forward pretty calmly, and then they seem to turn on their heel and seem much more fast-paced as they're leaving back the way you came.
Okay, so like over here, and she'll kind of like point in that direction. There's like footsteps. You know, the soundy ones, the ones that kind of like you can hear them happening, like moving pretty quickly over here.
Well, that is interesting.
I thought so.
Almost as if people have come up here, stopped, and then suddenly ran away.
Maybe? I mean, that's totally something that could have happened.
Question is, what were they running from then? Robbie says as she looks around to see if there's anything off about this location.
I'm not entirely sure, but I guess that's why we're looking.
I will say, as it stands right now, there isn't anything particularly offsetting. You know, there's no lack of wildlife. There are birds chirping. You can hear some insects like crickets. Generally in the area, but you feel like they are definitely there are less than there were when you first entered the woods.
Oh my gosh, what's Cricket doing here? I didn't think that she was like in this area at all.
It's just Cricket hiding behind the house, like making the cricket chirp sounds.
That's the only thing it could be, obviously.
Yeah, but there are definitely some sounds of the woods going on. Ravi, I will also say, since you did take the speaking and understanding of animals potion, you do hear some birds up in a tree nearby. That's just going, that's the third group this week.
Ravi looks up at them and says, "The third group that what?"
Oh, okay, you can understand. The third group that's run away.
What were they running from?
That's a good question. There's a something in the woods. We don't really have a word for it necessarily.
Is it a plant? Is it an animal?
Kind of.
So a little bit of both.
In a sense, I wouldn't necessarily say it's an animal. It can't understand us. We've tried talking to it, but it just seems angry.
And you said it was up ahead, right?
Yes, probably about 2 miles north as the crow flies.
I see.
And they kind of like, ha 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 ha, like caw and laughter of like their own little pun.
And then she looks over at Ayana and says, "Well, looks like we have a direction at least. We could just go 2 miles north that way."
Okay, cool, because it really looked weird to watch you talking to birds.
There should be a decent-sized clearing, and that's how you'll know that you're in the right place. And
Oh, thank you.
once you get there, it'll be very quiet. So,
All right,
good
then.
luck!
And then as Ravi just kind of looks that way, she's kind of thinking and wondering, I wish there were one of these potions that might be able to enhance my perception of things. That would be very nice right now.
Well, I mean, we've got these other ones, and we still don't know what they do. So, you want to try the gray one?
I suppose I might as well try the gray one.
Okay, you try the gray one. I'll try the purple, blue, pink, or ooh, it's a perfume. I'll try that one.
Yep, Robbie will drink the gray syrup.
All right. The gray pearlescent syrup, it shimmers and swirls within this bottle. A little bit thicker than water, less thick than the honey. Has this almost slight like charcoal-like taste to it. A little gritty, but as you're looking through just the covered portion of this wooded area where it is definitely a little bit darker. Do you have dark vision, by the way?
Yes, actually, 60 feet of dark vision.
Your dark vision is improved to 120 feet.
Cool.
And it turns kind of like the darkness into a slightly more like dim light, so you can see, like it improves your overall sight.
Nice. Well, I was right. This one does enhance my perception of things, although it only seems to make it better to see in the dark.
Hey, seeing better in the dark is better than like not seeing better in the dark. So I'm down for that. I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Ayana, you were taking the
perfume.
blue, purple, pink, orange perfume. All right. Sorry, I'm marking off which ones that you've tried so I don't get confused later. All right, so you go ahead, and this one has like a little like those like little like puff spritzers where like you like squeeze the little balloon shaped thing and it sprays.
Yeah, like one of those like poof poof type of thing. I get it.
Yeah, like the old school perfume bottles.
Oh yeah.
You go ahead and spritz that onto yourself. It smells very sweet, almost like a candy, and it gives you advantage on persuasion checks. You feel very persuasive in this moment.
I feel really persuasive right now. I can't tell you why, but like I feel amazing. Like I could I don't know. I could sell water to mermaids. I feel like I could do that. It's fantastic.
Maybe you should try that once we get back into town.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. See if I can like get a better payment for things. I like your thinking.
All right. Were there any others that you wanted to try before continuing on?
I mean, at some
You do
point I
still
wanted
have
to.
your two personal ones.
Yeah, at some point I wanted to try the personal ones, but maybe once we're closer to that clearing.
Do we have any idea of like how long these last? Like, do we feel like the advantage on persuasion will last through?
Yeah, so all of the potions, I'm going to go and say, will last until your long rest.
Oh, well, in that
Just
case.
so we don't have to think about like, it's been 10 minutes, but in game it's been like 3, because
That's
a
super
lot of
appreciated.
timekeeping I don't feel like
because
taking.
yeah, it's like that makes it a little bit hard sometimes. But yeah, in that case, if it's gonna last till our next long rest, then she'll just like down that pearlescent white heart too. See what that is.
All right. The pearlescent white heart potion. It is very sweet. Almost has a bit of a little tiny bit of a sting to it, like an alcohol would. But overall, the taste is still nice and sweet. You just get that warmth in the back of the throat. And that also gives you advantage on deception and insight.
She likes it a lot.
I guess Murphy might as well try that grass green jelly potion.
Sure thing. You take it out of your bag, and it has like a little spoon taped to the side.
Yep.
Open it up, take a few scoops. As you ingest it, you can notice that this also improves the perception aspect, as you now have advantage on perception checks because you can see smells.
Interesting. Well,
Sweet
this
smells
is definitely
kind of
one that
flow
improves
through
my
the-
perception.
Sweet smells flow through the air in this like pink shimmery color. Bad smells, stuff like we'll say like decomp of old dead plants or other like creatures within the forest has this like bright toxic yellow look to it.
It's almost as if the trees and the ground are just emanating things.
Well, I mean, like, they kind of were. They were, like, definitely emanating smells before. You
But
know,
I
you
can
can
see them.
Well, and that's really cool that, like, you're bringing in your visual aspect of sight to these smells. I don't know a lot of people who do that. I think that's called, like, smell-aesthesia or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Smell-o-vision.
All right, and as you continue your walk through the woods, like I said, it is still that pretty heavy tree coverage, so there's not a lot of sunlight that is peeking through. You're going north, like the birds had given you that hint. Are there any other checks that you would like to make? This is going to be probably the last one to help you guys find out where it is. So this will be, once again, survival, nature, I'll even
Robbie's
say
going to-
perception or insight.
Robbie's going to once again try to smell where that flower is.
Now that you've got that
Yeah.
extra smell, but yeah.
trying to use perception this time, if she can.
I'm gonna keep investigating myself.
All right. Go ahead and make those rolls.
So this one has advantage.
It's a 12 on investigation.
That is a 23 on perception.
Nice.
Nice. All right. So, Ayana, as you're walking through, you're definitely still, like, as you're walking through, you still see some of, like, the footprints that have quickly turned on the heels and, like, ran out of there. I'll even say that you see an old shield that's, like, definitely scratched up. And you see, like, a little, like, dagger stamped into the mud in front of you. As for Ravi, as you guys are getting closer, you notice that a lot of the various colors are all kind of shifting to one specific shade. A lovely iris purple.
I think we are definitely getting closer.
Yeah? Like, how much farther away do you think?
Well, I cannot tell any exact distance, but we are definitely close. I can definitely smell the flower from here.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome! Okay, I'm just gonna follow you for right now then. You're just fantastic.
And
Yeah,
as
she'll
you are
follow the smell of the flower.
All right. As you're walking through, you see that the tree cover gets a little bit thinner as you reach the clearing. And you see, if I can transfer you on over real quick.
Oh, hello.
As the music shifts.
Go ahead and shift that down just a little bit for the stream. You see a large, one would even call it huge, flower in front of you with vines that are reaching out. Some have thorns, some are just very large and thick, almost writhing around the base of the flower. You see the petals curling and unfurling as it almost stops as you walk in closer, sensing your presence.
Well, that definitely looks dangerous.
Yeah, I could see totally why some people were, like, afraid to pick it. What part of that do you think is the diamond? The stem? What am I supposed to look for? I'm not sure. That one, the stem. What part of the flower is the stem?
I know out of character, but just for the heck of it, I'll see if Robbie knows. That'll be in nature, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, I would say nature check.
Okay, yeah, I think Robbie knows.
Yeah, I would say you know the basics of it.
Yeah. Well, it's this part in the kind of in the center of the flower. It's a thing that sticks up.
Oh, it's like the thing around like all the teeth. Got it. Okay, great. Okay, this
It's
makes
where the
yeah.
where the pollen is.
Got it. Yeah, totes. Okay, we got this. It's cool. We're fine. Let's go get it.
So
It's
you all
probably
are
those like
taking a-
yellow things around the base.
Yeah.
Probably.
So y'all are taking another step closer?
We move
We should probably approach cautiously, but
As
You think
take
I should
another
like
step-
hide or something? Because I could totally try to hide.
I will go ahead and as you take a step closer, roll initiative.
oh boy.
Oops, sorry if that just shifted. Let's see. Now I gotta figure out how to.
how I.
I know
Oh,
my
I just
brain
gotta
how to
roll
start
it.
up combat.
Let's see, where's initiative?
I should probably pull up Miranda's.
Oh, there's initiative. Just roll that.
Okay, so initiative is in here somewhere. Where was it?
Top right corner.
Top right corner. There we go. Oh,
Huh.
9.
Ooh, and a natural one for the flower. All right, let's see. How do I add that to the tracker?
I know that like if everything's an actor, you can like select everything and right click. I think what you can do is there's like the little the plus sign up at the top says create encounter. Oops, you created a second encounter. That's okay. Maybe if we go back to encounter 1, try the combat tracker settings, like little gear. And actually, do you have a sheet for your flower?
I don't, but I can make one real quick. Or I can just use another, I can use random monster to fill it in.
Use
for
a
right
random
now.
monster to fill it in, just so that we've got the random monster available. It typically needs to be like a token on the screen too, I think. So just invisibilize the random monster when you get it in there.
Alright, I'll just add a little awakened shrub back here.
There you go. And then when you click on it, you should be able to add it to initiative.
Alright. I love troubleshooting.
Isn't it fun to do like live? Like, oh yeah, this is how this works. Okay, so you have an awakened shrub somewhere. I can't click it. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's why. Hold on.
I will
There we
re-roll
go.
that.
There you go. And then you can go in and change the roll on.
There we go.
Yeah, 7's fine. That'll work.
It's below, so it's fine.
That's the important thing.
Alright. So that starts us off with Miranda. I have not looked at her sheet yet. Alright, she really does just do unarmed strikes. In that case. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and have Miranda come on up. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, right up to the edge of it, and is gonna go ahead, lay a good ol' punch. .23 definitely hits. For 5 damage to the monster. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's see. Does she have any bonus actions? I do not believe so. So I believe. I forgot to start that. Would be her turn. So that would bring us to Ravi.
All right, so Ravi is going to kind of look around at her companions here, and is just going to say, and it's just going to speak this incantation, saying, as she says, "May our time not yet come, and may our fates decide this battle." As she looks over to the three of us, and she will cast Bless on all three of the party.
All right.
So let me actually cast that here. Yep. Casting Bless. So that's on all three of us. So now whenever any of us makes an attack roll or a saving throw, we can add a d4 to it.
Oh my gosh, everything is making so much sense, and I'm blessed. Everything's awesome right now, guys. It's just the best.
You are welcome. And she will actually move back a little, and that is going to be the end of my turn.
All right. That brings us to Iana.
Okay, totally got this, guys. Check it out. And she is going to rush on up there. 10, 15, 20. Running right on into the mayhem. And slashy with the dagger.
And I think you get sneak attack because of Miranda.
I mean, she counts as 5 feet within it, right?
Miranda does? Yeah.
Totally.
I'll count it.
So a 16.
Does hit.
Fantastic. For 6, let me find my sneak attack damage. Hello, sneak attack. Where are you? Probably under features. There you are. And 13 total damage as she just kind of takes her blade and just kind of slices through it, doing some pruning.
All right. Nice. After you lay this blow, you see as some of the tentacles of the vines and their movements start getting a little bit more erratic. Definitely have anchored it just a little bit.
Oh crap. Okay, cool. So here's a secondary question. Being an air genasi, being that this is technically kind of like the creature, but also technically really big, all that other fun stuff, is it possible she could bonus action try to hide under it?
See,
Right, like, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, if it's gonna be able to feel her there or sense her there, but...
I mean, you can certainly try. You would be close to it.
Yeah, definitely would be close to it, and she's just gonna try to hide under it, see what happens.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and have you roll a stealth, though.
That's fair. 13.
Okay. Also, 1 second. My cats have the zoomies right now, so I apologize if you hear clattering in the background. But it's not the end of your turn.
I believe so. Action, bonus action, movement. I'm done.
All right. So in that case, that'll take us to the Hollowhead Iris's turn. In which case, it is going to go ahead and use one of its fun little abilities. Don't worry, it is a recharged ability, so it can only be used most likely just once in the combat. But it's going to send out a good pollen spray, and everybody make Constitution saving throws
Oh boy.
No, I don't want to.
That is unfortunate.
That's super unfortunate. Oh no. Okay.
And we do have Bless, so
That is
don't
true.
forget that. Not that it matters. At least that wasn't a concentration check.
13.
All right. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately that all fails. So, go ahead and
Oh, it's
go ahead and
fine.
roll this
It's
damage.
totally fine. We're fine. It's great.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take... Oh, I didn't mean to roll that as Miranda. That's fine.
It's 11 damage.
Yep, that'll be 11 necrotic damage.
Necrotic. I resist that, so I only take
Oh.
5.
Good job.
I'm so used to being able to like type in the amount that I lost as opposed to having to do math. So I'm like, oh no, math.
And now I can do a concentration check for Bless. So that's another con save, which I fortunately pass. Like I said, it's a good thing that other roll wasn't the concentration check.
All right.
So Bless is still up.
We'll go ahead and leave that as the end of that of the Hollowhead Iris's first turn. Brings us back to Miranda. And she... I haven't ever played a level 3 fighter before, so I'm like working through. I can't tell.
Doesn't have like any weapons or anything in the inventory tab.
No, just unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike, change shirt, fine clothes, traveler's clothes. I mean, it looks like she's a grapple brawler fighter. When you use an unarmed strike or improvised weapon on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the target. She could try to hug the plant. I don't know how successful it would be, but you know.
Yeah, you know, I might... Let me go ahead and get the damage for this roll first. It's another 5 to it.
So isn't she a battle master? She might have like maneuvers. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know what kind of fighter she is.
She is a battle master.
Yeah, so she probably has like some sort of maneuvers that
Probably.
she could probably also use with attacks.
I was just trying to find them in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking through her maneuvers right now. Let's see.
I only say that as somebody who's played a character with exactly 3 levels of battle master before, so...
The main thing is, I don't see any of the maneuvers that were chosen. Oh wait, there they are, they're there.
Yeah, they should be under, like,
Where are they? 'Cause I wanna see
features, I
features.
think.
Is
They're
he
under features.
features? Do. Does it tell which one she chose?
I think so. That's a reaction. Bonus action. Do fists count as weapons?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of her thing right now, so I'd assume so. Where are you seeing her
All right.
maneuvers?
If you go to features and then scroll down below active abilities.
Passive abilities?
Above passive.
Oh, there we go. So, parry and riposte. Cool.
I also see goading attack.
Oh yeah, that's the thing she could do to like goad somebody into attacking, like having disadvantage to attack anybody other than her or something.
You know what? I'll go ahead and use one of her superiority dice for that with the plant.
Might as
Come
well
on,
have her
plant.
tank. Go to the
So
plant.
go ahead and roll a wisdom save for this plant.
Is it a wise looking plant?
Not particularly, no. 7. It most definitely fails. All right. Well, in that case, that'll be Miranda's turn. The plant now only wants to fight her. That brings us to Ravi.
All right, so Ravi is going to. By the way, as an effect of the bless, everybody's shadows is just kind of darkened a little bit, but it also feels kind of soothing in a way. So that's kind of the effect of her bless. But in the meantime, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Why not? As a bonus action, she's going to point in that direction and say, "I think we can all use a little bit of assistance with attacking this thing." As she is going to kind of wave a hand as a shape begins to appear in the air, like right next to the flower, and there are these shadows that kind of materialize into this black floating scythe that appears right next to the flower. She is casting a spiritual weapon right next to it. And I say it's a scythe because, well, her deity is the Raven Queen, so that seems to be the most fitting weapon that is associated with her.
Of course.
So, let's see. So that...
I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little friend down. Where do you want it? Can you ping?
Let's see. Let me ping. So let's say, it's like here.
I'm gonna put a little assassin friend there because I don't have a thing for a scythe. But
yeah,
it'll
there you
work
go.
for
That
now.
works. Okay, so now I'm going to attack with it because I can do that as soon as I... Oh yeah, and I do have bless, so... I don't think that hits, though. A 10.
Check. Beats it.
Oh, its AC is 10. Well, that'll help. Okay.
It is a plant.
So then it does... that's 5 force damage, as I rolled minimum damage for that.
Alright.
As the scythe just kind of cleaves into one of the vines on this flower.
Fantastic.
And that was a bonus action, so I still have an action as... Let's see, it's spewed out necrotic pollen, but I don't know how much it takes necrotic itself. Let's test that out, shall we? As Ravi, like points at the flower as the sound of this bell tolling just kind of echoes in the space around it. As she is casting Toll the Dead on it, so make a wisdom save for that plant.
Alright, and unfortunately I do want to say that will be an automatic success specifically because of damage immunity to necrotic.
Oh, I see, okay. Well, immunity found. I will keep that in mind then. And that'll be... And Robbie looks at that and says, I should have known that wouldn't work. And that is going to be the end of her turn.
Hey, you had to check, and now we know for sure. So cool.
That is true. When in doubt, you do now know.
This thing must be undead or something.
Oh my gosh, do you think it is? That would be an interesting thing. How do you have a plant that grows when it's dead?
Anything that dies can be undead.
So you think that this is like a corpse flower or something?
Probably some variant of it.
Super cool.
Probably the sort of thing that would grow in the Shadowfell.
And there's just like this big grin that spreads across Ayana's face as it's her turn now, right?
Yep.
That she takes her dagger, her fantastic dagger of light, and just carves into it again. She's kind of like trying to carve her initials into this big tree at the moment.
Fantastic.
Which is just an eye, right? No, I'm kidding.
big eye. Hi!
No, that's not a line that I carved. That's the letter I.
Does a 29
Ooh-wee.
hit?
It most certainly does. Roll
Cool.
that damage.
sneak attack on this as soon as I find it again.
Oh yeah,
Which
Robbie
I
should also
don't
move or what up
Come on.
way a little bit.
Sneak attack, where'd you go? I saw you before. Ah, there we go. Okay, I just have to hide things. I'm doing a terrible job of hiding things. For 16 damage, she just like does a little flourish with her initial. It's a big I, and then it's like she dots it with the little heart. And then she has like a little thunder, like lightning bolt that comes off of it too. She kind of shapes it that way.
Fantastic. Is there anything else you're doing with your turn?
Nah, she's good.
All right. That brings us back to the Hollowhead Iris. It is going to go ahead and do its multi-attack and is going to use Root Whip towards Miranda. So that'll be... Whoop, let me go back to rolls. Beats it on Miranda's. Not the assassin either. That's the scythe. I'm so bad at remembering to click off of things that I put onto it. All right. So that'll be 8 damage to Miranda. Oh gosh, math. And then we'll use it as secondary attack called Thorn Burst. And considering Ravi is the only one far enough ranged for it, but we'll still take disadvantage from roll. Go ahead and make a roll towards that. Let's see, that is +2.
Oh, so the plant's attacking me now.
Yes.
Cool.
And then how do you do disadvantage rolls on, like, when you're typing it out?
You should, I think 2d20 KL, I think. I mean, that's what it usually displays as. I'm not sure if that'll do it.
I'll just do it twice, and then I'll choose the lower of the two.
Yeah, that works.
Well, a 15, I think, misses. Yep. Well, either one would miss.
All right. Nice.
As Ravi just kind of holds up her shield and just blocks that vine.
All right. And that is the Hollowhead Iris's turn. That brings us to Miranda once again. All right, Miranda's going to go ahead and attack it again. While I look through its reaction. All right. 15 most certainly hits. For another 5 damage.
I mean, you don't exactly roll damage for unarmed strikes, so...
True.
Unless you're a monk.
All right. And I don't remember how many superiority die she has.
I think she should have 4.
4? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4. Alright, that doesn't really work. ahead and... That one's more of a reaction, so we'll save that one. But she will go ahead and do her action surge
Oh.
and attack it again. For another 5. Slowly but surely chipping away at it.
Fantastic.
Alright, and that brings us back to Ravi.
Well, let's see. Well, for a bonus action, she's going to have her spiritual weapon whack at it again. So let's see. How do I do this without... Oh, I guess I could just cast a spell without consuming the spell slot. That should probably do it. And... as the scythe will say... Ooh, that's a crit!
Ooh, nice!
Very good. Very, very good.
That is a crit. So I'm going to treat it as a crit. So that is 11 damage.
Fantastic.
And I think Toll the Dead is unfortunately her only damage cantrip, so... You know what? For her action, she's gonna dodge as her action, even though I don't think that'll really do much. It's like all she can do.
Alright, no problem.
And that is going to be the end of her... Actually, wait. I think there's one other thing she can do as her action. Because she has a feature she can use. Is this an action? Yes, it is an action. So, she's actually going to move a little closer in order for this to work, because she wants to be within 30 feet of Ayana for this. And she's going to point a finger at the flower and say, "And your time. As for you, it is coming up fast." As its shadow deepens a little bit, as she is going to use her channel divinity, which, let me post what that does here. So this is Path to the Grave. So basically, as an action, she can curse a creature because she can see within 30 feet. Well, the flower is definitely within 30 feet until the end of her next turn. So the next time she or an ally of hers hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. I figured that might be something good for Ayana to get double damage on it.
Ooh, good job, good job.
So I was like, oh wow, that actually is something I could do with my action. So that's going to be the end of my turn now, as the
Super
flower is now
helpful.
cursed.
That brings us to Ayana.
That's cool. Super cool. She wants to continue to make her carving a little bit more intricate. So she is going to continue slicing at the flower. 17 before bless, so I'm gonna guess that's okay.
Yep.
And then she gets to double her.
Yeah, you effectively double the damage.
Sweet. So I'm just gonna roll it, and then we'll just double what it gets.
So
7
14.
becomes a 14, and then
And the sneak attack is also doubled. So that's another 24.
That's a
Oh,
max
man.
sneak attack.
Ooh-wee.
It's a good thing she used Path of the Grave then.
That was a fantastic roll. Like,
That is big.
What actual
chunk of
timing.
hell. This thing is looking close. You think within the next round or two max, you should be able to have it.
she is at this point just kind of like carving out her entire name, more lightning bolt. She's got like a little cloud around it, just kind of like digging in her. Yes, she's definitely carving her name into the tree.
Fantastic. Anything else that you can do on your turn?
No, she's good where she's at.
All right. Brings us back to the shrub. I forgot to roll for its recharge ability. Does not. And then let's see. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and use. Let's see, do I want to attack or do I want to make things a little interesting? I think I'll attack. right. Ayana. We're gonna start off with you.
I'm not entirely sure what "start off with me" means there. Like, it's like you're gonna hit me and then, like, do something else? No. No thanks.
Yeah.
This is where I want to, like, backtrack and be like, actually, could I bonus action dodge? Thanks.
That is a 14, does that hit?
No.
Solid. Alright, and then it is going to go ahead and actually also measure. Oh yeah, cool. It is going to do its Thorn Burst. That is a question mark, not a slash. Ooh, that definitely hits Miranda. Sorry, I didn't say who I was attacking first, but I measured and was like, yeah, they can see that. My bad. So that'll be... Let's see. Go ahead and have Miranda roll a Constitution save, but they have Bless, so that's a +4, correct?
That's plus D4.
Ooh, definitely saves. Which means that she will only take... Oh, didn't mean to pause it. Only 3 damage. Alright. That brings us back up to the start with Miranda once again, where she will once again do the unarmed strike with the goading attack. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way first. Definitely hits. And then plant will go ahead and make a, I believe that was a wisdom save.
Yeah. Ooh, rolled high.
Beats it by 1. So the plant saves, but still does take the damage, which leads us next to Ravi once again.
All right, so Ravi once again is going to have the scythe swing at some of its vines. Let's see. Oops, I did not want to display the spell. I wanted to actually cast it. So, let's see that. Oh, actually 11 I think hits.
Well, I was going to say it would, but it is going to use, the Hollowhead Iris is going to use a reaction to do Vine Shield. It adds a
Oh.
+2 AC against just this attack.
Okay. Well, seeing that happen, Ravi is just going to, seeing that the plant was not goaded, she's just going to kind of take a little bit of a bit of a lower stance, and so that she can more easily move about if need be. And she is also going to move a little closer. We're going to move here, and she's just going to dodge for her action because her 1 damage cantrip is completely ineffective against it.
All right. And that is going to bring us to Ayana.
Ayana is going to keep doing what she's been doing so well, carving her initials into trees. You know, she's looking for, like, the little strands. She's debating whether or not she wants to make a daisy chain at this point. Like, okay, this would be kind of cool. I got, like, all these fun little types of, whatever. Carve, carve, carve. 21.
Definitely hits.
9. Is that doubled again, or was it just last turn?
I believe it was just last turn. Ravi?
Sorry, what?
It was cursed for just the one turn.
Just the one turn, yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Still takes 16. And she will bonus action dodge this time because she remembers I'm a rogue. That's totally like what I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't think you can bonus action dodge as a rogue.
Can I not? I thought I could. Hold on.
It's
No, you
dash,
can.
disengage, or
You can.
hide.
Dash, disengage, and hide. You're right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you don't get dodge until level
Wait,
5.
I have to be bigger.
No, it's uncanny dodge.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Is the uncanny dodge. All good.
Alrighty. That brings us back to the plant. Let's go ahead and roll once more. Once again, that is a no. So it will do what it had done previously, which will be making the whip attack. We'll do that to Ayana once again.
Oh, you know what? I was just thinking how lucky I feel right now. I feel pretty lucky. Go ahead and reroll that.
Ooh, nice.
It's like, and I was gonna,
Uh-huh.
I just realized I was muted as I was gonna ask because I was kind of like, if I use lucky, could I use my 9 portent on that? But I guess
Oh yeah, you can use it if you want to.
I think I'm okay not using it. I want to save it for later.
Alright, no problem. That is a 19.
That does hit barely.
Alrighty. Alright, so that'll be a whopping 4 bludgeoning damage.
No! Math, you are my enemy. Alright. That's good.
Alright, and then we'll go ahead and do the secondary of the multi-attack, Thorn Burst. And we'll go ahead and attack. Robbie, you took the dodge action, right?
Yeah.
That makes attacks disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Yep, attacks are at disadvantage. Oh, that's gonna miss.
Yeah, then you're good.
As the thorn just like completely misses Robbie as she kind of ducks as it goes flying at her.
Yeah, you know, like, he has, the plant has the blind sight, but, you know, that doesn't really help well when you're shooting projectiles.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just kind of like spray and pray.
Mhm.
Alright, that brings us back to the top with Miranda. Let's get that good old punch in there. Alrighty. And I think that might be all. Because everything else would be a reaction. So we'll go ahead and end Miranda's turn there. Ravi, you're up next.
Hey, as a bonus action, gonna make another attack with the swinging scythe.
Alright.
So this will be another bless. That's a 13 to hit.
That does indeed hit.
All right. For 6 force damage,
Alright.
and then, well, let's see. Do I want to risk another spell slot? You know what? I will. As a Ravi is then going to kind of cup her hand a little in front of her as this little ghostly mote just kind of materializes inside of her palm, and then she just kind of thrusts her palm out as it goes flying at the flower as she is casting guiding bolt on it.
Ooh. All right.
So this will be another attack roll, which also gets bless. That's a 21 to hit.
Certainly does.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, how much is this roll gonna be? 12 radiant damage.
All right.
And it is now glowing a little bit with that same ghostly light, as the next attack against it is going to have advantage.
Fantastic. Is that the end of your turn?
Let's see. Yeah, you know what? That's going to be the end of... Actually, she's going to move a little bit to position herself a little bit better. And that is going to be the end of my turn.
All right. That brings us to Ayana.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I know everything. I feel blessed. I feel like I've got a good advantage I can use on this guy. We're just gonna slice him up.
All right, wherever you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why. Oh, that's because right, little things. 23.
All right. And considering the fact that you have sneak attack, etc., and it has a whopping total of 5 hit points left, how do you want to do this?
I just want to see what the damage is in the first place,
Oh, of course.
which was 15, which wasn't bad whatsoever. She will just kind of take her glowing knife that she stole from previously, and just kind of hold it up to. Have you ever seen those images where somebody kind of holds the blade up to their face? You can kind of see half of their face reflected on the other side, those types of things. So she kind of does that, smirks, and then just kind of does a big slicey slice through the plant, specifically cutting out the area that she had previously made her own with her own beautiful decorations, and then she just kind of uses the flips the blade, reaches in, and just kind of pulls out whatever heart might be, root, stem. I'm not entirely sure what's keeping this thing alive or not alive or whatever, but she'll reach into that central mechanism and just slice it up.
All right. As you do, the tendrils of the vine start flailing and writhing and shriveling up as they slowly dry out and decay. The flower kind of crumples down onto the ground before falling over with a very large thud. As slowly the petals start falling towards the ground, the stamen drooping in your direction.
She will easily take her blade, just cut off the stamen, and then anything else that she can see that she feels like she can easily gather, she's gonna also gonna go around and start scavenging for it all.
Of course. You can gather. Actually, go ahead and roll me a d20. Just straight d20, no extra adds. 12. All right. So with that in mind, you can go ahead and pick about 3 of the stamen. You can get 2 petals, 2 thorns, and a little bit of the tail end of a vine.
She's pretty happy with what she's picked up there.
Oh yeah. You have a feeling that while the stamen will get your job done, everything else that you gathered,
so it's just extra cash. Fantastic.
Exactly. They will go for quite a market. All right. Is there anything that Ravi is doing in this moment? I imagine Miranda is probably cleaning off her knuckles, probably a little scraped up from punching the thorned vines of the plant, dusting herself off.
Yeah, Ravi is just kind of helping out with the stamen. She's also going to kind of pick off a couple of the petals just to kind of keep us a little souvenir to study later.
Yeah, of course. You can,
And also one of the thorns.
of course, you can gather that pretty quickly. If you are taking a larger one, it'll take a few minutes as you carve it out of the plant itself.
Yeah, but I
the
figured that
petals are easily
could be
enough
done
to-
while Iana is cutting off the stamen.
Yeah. All right, and with that, the at least combat aspect of this has been finished.
Yay!
Woohoo! So, Ayana will just kind of like sit back, smiling, just grinning from ear to ear. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. We need to do this again. You guys are like the best in regards like, oh my gosh, Ravi, fantastic. The support is amazing. And then like the fact that it was hitting you more than it was hitting me, Miranda, you know, that helped me a lot with being able to hit it. So thank you both. You guys are fantastic.
So are you?
Yeah.
Without your help, I would have been able to do pretty much next to nothing to that flower.
We make a totally good team, you know, between the sheep and the goats and like the flowers and stuff. You know, we should totally do this again. We could totally go out and find like other bounties. I'm sure that there are others that are around that would like definitely pay at least this much. You know, we've got skills, and these skills, we can get paid for them.
Oh, certainly.
Ravi, can I go ahead and have you roll a perception check with advantage?
Oh, okay then. Advantage, of course, I imagine from the potion.
Yes.
I want advantage, not disadvantage. 15.
All right. After you gather everything that you need, and you're just having this moment of conversation, kind of let yourself sit back into a moment of silence as you open your eyes and you see the color that was once wafting through the air as that purple color that almost matched the petals of the flower is now turning into that slight yellow as the flower is decaying and letting off quite a scent of dying plant. Almost has like a slight like mold sense to it. But you can hear as well the animals and creatures and critters around you just kind of whispering among themselves of like, they actually did it. They didn't turn till they didn't die. That's crazy. And just as all the little like, critters are whispering praises, and most of them are also just genuinely surprised that none of you have died during this lovely battle. What do you all do next?
Well, I suppose now we take this back to the lab.
I mean, that totally makes the most sense. You know, we take it back. Just so you guys are aware, there's something kind of like shifty kind of happening with that lab over there, but it shouldn't be a problem. It should be fine. We're just going to take it back. We're going to get our money. I'm going to see if we can't like get double it because this was a pain and they needed our skills to do it. So they should absolutely pay us double what they were asking if they really want it. If they don't want it, then they don't need to have it. That's fine.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah?
You were saying there is something shady about that lab. What exactly do you think is going on there?
Well, I don't really know, but I just heard like rumors and stuff that there's like shady stuff going on and just, you know, it might be better if we have a way out before we go in, is all.
Well, I suppose we can certainly look around the lab later.
I mean, it really kind of depends. I mean, like, theoretically, we just go, like, turn this in, get our money, get out. It should be fine, right? But, like, the shadiness of what's been, like, going on and stuff, you know, it might not be that easy. It could be kind of more of a, I don't want to say a trap, but I'm kind of saying a trap.
Well, we'll see when we get there. I'll certainly be on the lookout for anything suspicious.
Alright. And as you guys begin your travels back, at least towards the main town, past through the southern woods, pass through the lovely little house that's nearby that you found all the goats in, making your way all the way back to Packwitch. Is there anything that you do during your travels?
Oh, Rafi's just going to continue listening to some of the animals that are on the way, just because she's kind of mildly amused by the fact that she can now hear the animals talking and all. So just
Seeing
gonna
what they
kind of
have to
listen
say
into
is
some of
kind
the-
of
Yeah,
fun,
exactly.
And Ayana just always, like, is there anything else around here that looks shiny that I can totally see on the way back? Is there anything else of interest? She might, like, briefly peek into the house even to see whether or not people are there. Why have the goats come back? If the were-goats, are there any were-goats in there at the moment? What's going on there?
Yeah, I'll say, I would assume you guys, since the house was very obviously abandoned, dilapidated, the door has just, from the time that you were there last night to how it is now, the door has just fallen off the hinges. You can see right inside. There is no one inside. Everything still looks a little broken, a little old. Unsure if there would necessarily be anything of interest inside.
I think I totally took everything of interest last time, but the big thing was whether or not, like, the goats have come back, if there were any people, you know, like all that other things. Is there any? Well,
No hints of goats.
Are there
no
any-
sounds of the
Are there any hints of, like, fresh food that was not there yesterday?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. Or Ravi can roll smell check.
Smell check for fresh food.
There we go. Yeah, I might as well. Yeah, I might as well take a look and see if I can find some more of that bread. Let's see.
12 on
So-
investigation.
Perception. Advantage 24.
All right. Ayana, I'll say Ayana and Ravi, you don't notice that there's any, like, new food that has been placed out since yesterday, but you do still see that there was, like, a loaf and, like, a little, almost like biscuit of bread that has not gone bad yet.
Yeah, Ravi will take that and make a note to bring it back to the people who have to the person who has the goats on the way back.
All right. And as you continue your journey, we'll say that you get back to Packwitch by sundown. Everything is starting to quiet down. Of course, you enter right by where the goats are. Ravi, you hear the goats going. I completely lost the voice for the goats. 1 second. There we go. All right. Man, did you find the bread that I asked for? Also, good to see
I
that you're
did.
alive still, but like the bread. Did you find it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, dude, you're the best.
Yeah, and Rafi will go ahead and find the owner of the goats and just mention to her that that the goats really like that bread.
Heard, yeah. You can see Abigail Ludis is right there inside of the farm, just
Mhm.
throwing some bales of hay outside, and sees you approaching and just, oh, hello. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Just decided to stop by. By the way, for reasons that will probably not be that probably will be too strange to explain, I was able to communicate with your goats for a bit, and they said that they very much like this particular kind of bread that I found at this old house out in the forest. And she kind of shows a little piece of the bread. That's all I
Oh.
wanted to pass along, that they really like it.
I think that must be why they are running away all the time. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and, there's some bakers in town. I'll go ahead and ask if any of them made the bread specifically. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope you guys all have good travels. You guys left earlier, did you not?
Yeah. Do we have an inn room? We have a room at an inn here, right?
Yep. The inn
Yeah, we
is
did
right up
stay
here.
at an inn, so...
So we'll reconvene back at the inn, I'm thinking, at this point.
All right. Yeah. and you guys, I have the ruler still on. There we go.
There's the inn.
Is it not on the map? That's a little far down. There we go.
I moved it. We're good.
Cool. Yeah, as you all arrive at the inn, get settled in your rooms, and take a moment to just take a little break, that is where we will end session tonight.
Cool.
Yay. Combat achieved.
Yeah, that went very well. I was afraid of killing one of you.
Crits
You barely made a
Miranda.
splash on us.
It's like crits help as long as they're going the correct way. If they're going the wrong way, oof, not so great.
I mean, look at it this way. I'm playing a grave cleric. Grave clerics are very good at keeping people alive.
That is true. That is very true.
I
Well-
was actually surprised I didn't need to do any healing in that fight.
Well, I mean, you probably could have, but you didn't need to because I know I was down.
Yeah, it's like
to-
nobody. Yeah, like again, nobody took a lot of damage. So
I took
Yeah.
about half health, but I wasn't that
Yeah.
bad.
I believe.
yeah, especially since grave clerics are more effective at healing when they're at like 0 HP anyway. So
Miranda was down to 11, but you know, still kicking.
Yeah, it's still fine.
Mhm.
All good.
yeah, especially since I didn't have a lot of spell slots, it's like I might as well save them for when people actually go down.
Which always makes sense in regards to like just healing in general. When do I heal? Are you gonna
Mhm.
live another round? Could you please live another round? That would be fantastic. Thank you. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us and watching today. We're going to be cutting our stream short a little bit today. We're not continuing on for the second half because, as we mentioned previously, Ava has an appointment. So we will. I think we're going to be back next week. We're back next. That's the plan, right? We're back next week.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah, I
something
can definitely
happens.
do next week.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something happens, in which case we'll let you know. But we'll see you then. Have a great week, and we'll see you there being live at 5.
Yep.
Catch y'all later.
Mm-hmm.